The origin and history of Buddhism. In 624 BC, Buddha Shakyamuni, also known as Gautama Buddha, also known as Siddhartha Gautama, was born in Lumbini, India. He was a prince of a royal family and lived a lavish youth, without the burden of poverty, sickness, hunger, or any of the other harsh things everyone else dealt with. At the age of 29, he left his palace to explore the world, even though his father wanted to hide him from all the suffering. During his travels, he encountered a diseased man, a decaying corpse, and an ascetic. The thought of disease and death depressed him, and he strove to overcome aging, sickness, and death by living the life of an ascetic, which is one who abstains from worldly pleasures. During his ascetic years, he discovered what is now known as the Middle Way. The Middle Way teaches a life of moderation, not abstaining from everything, but not participating in everything. The Middle Way later evolved into the Noble Eightfold Path. After discovering the Middle Way, Shakyamuni sat underneath a tree and vowed only to get up if he found the truth. After 49 days of sitting under the tree and meditating, he attained enlightenment and became the Buddha. As soon as he was enlightened, Buddha realized the Four Noble Truths and reached nirvana. His first sermon established the Wheel of Dharma, which is attributed to the Noble Eightfold Path. He spent the rest of his life trying to help others reach enlightenment and spreading the truths he found.
The Four Noble Truths were outlined by Buddha during his first sermon after his enlightenment. The first truth identifies the presence of suffering, specifically that life is suffering. The basic idea is that existence and pain go hand in hand, but that the suffering is also temporary or conditional. The second truth, on the other hand, deals with the cause of suffering. It states suffering is caused by thirst or craving for something to make us happy. It also says that ignorance of self is the source of that craving, and that we also suffer as a result of attachment. The third noble truth is that there is an end to suffering. Buddha says that by meditating and reflecting on the self, you can end the craving that suffering stems from, and achieve enlightenment or nirvana, the ultimate goal of Buddhism. The fourth noble truth charts the method for attaining the end of suffering, known to Buddhists as the Noble Eightfold Path. Most Buddhists follow the 5 precepts. These are rules, but unlike the 10 Commandments, don't result in punishment if broken. Buddhists are encouraged simply to reflect on their actions and how they could avoid hurting people in the future. The intention of an action is much more important than the result. Breaking one of the rules with bad intentions will result in bad karma. The precepts are as follows. Number 1. Do not take the life from living beings. Laypersons who follow the Mahayana tradition follow a strictly vegetarian diet in order to better follow this precept, since it forbids killing animals as well as people. Number 2. Do not take things that aren't intended for you. Number 3. Avoid sensual and sexual misconduct. This rule also prohibits gluttony of other forms, like overeating. Number 4. Refrain from false and harmful speech. This includes lying, perjury, and slander. Number 5. Abstain from substances that cause intoxication. This rule exists not because there is intrinsic evil in those substances, but because intoxication might lead someone to break from the other precepts unknowingly. The Buddhist Vajrayana practice teaches that in the right context, alcohol can be a tool to weaken the ego. For this reason, Tibetan Buddhist monks drink, even though nearly all other strict Buddhist teachings forbid drinking.
The Noble Eightfold Path is divided into 3 parts: wisdom, moral and ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Wisdom. The first path is right understanding. Understanding the 4 noble truths and freeing your mind of impurities via meditation. The second path is right thought. Develop thoughts of love and nonviolence. Moral and ethical conduct. Third path, right speech. Don't lie, slander, gossip, or create disunity or hatred by your words. The fourth path, right action. Don't kill or injure, don't take what is not given, and help others lead a peaceful life. The fifth path, right livelihood. Abstain from having a career or job and hurting animals or humans, and avoid harming others through your job. Mental discipline. The sixth path is right effort. Guard against evil thoughts and always produce good things. 7th path is right mindfulness. Never be absent-minded and be conscious of what you're doing at all times. Keep a healthy state of mind. And the 8th path is right concentration, which is the practice of meditation in its 4 stages of dhyana, which are, first one, discard all worry, lust, restlessness, and doubt, and replace it with joy and happiness. The second one, develop tranquility and keep a feeling of joy and happiness. The third one, discard joy, but keep your happiness. And the fourth, release all sensations, including happiness, and let your awareness take over. Similarities and differences with Catholicism. Similarities. The emphasis on peace and love. Both religions want you to love your neighbors. Both have monks and monasteries around the world. Both accept the hardships of life and find ways to deal with those hardships. And both emphasize on being a good person. Differences. Buddhists do not see Buddha as a deity, as Catholics see Jesus. Buddha was an enlightened man, but not a god, while Jesus is considered both God and man. Catholics celebrate sacraments and saints. Buddhists do not. Reincarnation is a central aspect of Buddhism, and so is karma. Catholics believe in neither reincarnation or Buddhist karma. And Buddhists believe in a state of nirvana. Catholics do not. Symbols and rituals of Buddhism. Symbols. The lotus flower represents purity. The wheel of Dharma represents the noble eightfold path. Buddha represents enlightenment. And the 2 golden fish represent luck and fortune. Rituals. The burning of incense reminds followers of Buddha to follow his teachings and to free ourselves from life and death. Bowing. If there's a statue of Buddha in a room, the followers of Buddha bow to show respect to Buddha and his teachings. Offerings. Many Buddhists offer fruit at altars to Buddha to show their appreciation for him and his teaching. Meditation. The purification and tranquilization of the mind. Demographics. Currently, there are roughly 470 million Buddhists worldwide. The number of Buddhists has fluctuated over the years, as Buddhists took up 6% of the world population in 2007, 7% in 2010, and are about 6% in 2017. The numbers are expected to rise quite steeply in the next few years. There is a local Buddhist temple in Reno, the Reno Buddhist Center. They are located on 820 Plumas Street. They hold services every Sunday at 10 a.m. and a beginner's meditation at 9 a.m. They welcome everyone and can be reached at 775-525-1182 for more information. Here's some famous people that practice Buddhism. Some famous people that practice Buddhism or practiced it while they were alive. Orlando Bloom, Uma Thurman.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. You could see that Pierre did truly love the mademoiselle. And now the young monsieur and madame have rung the chapel bell. C'est la vie, say the old folks, it goes to show you never can tell. They furnished off an apartment with a 2-room robot sale. The coolerator was crammed with TV dinners and ginger ale. But when Pierre found work, the little money coming worked out well.
And Leonard Cohen.
Oh boy, am I tired of my sad life. I wish there was some way I could have inner peace and a will to live.
Well, I've got the answers for you. Just call 1-800-BUDDHISM. For 4 payments of $0, you too can reach nirvana and peace within yourself.
That sounds hard.
I had drugs and contraband to use. But
Yeah,
drugs are cool.
Drugs aren't cool. Drugs are bad. And it's not hard at all. Through peace and meditation, you can find everlasting happiness. Now isn't that way cooler than drugs, kiddos?
Sure does, mister.
Does that mean I have to be a vegetarian? Because I love meat.
Meat's not so bad. As long as the animal's not killed in a harmful way, you can enjoy meat too.
Neato.
For example, Tibetan Buddhists can't farm because of the cold climate, so they have to eat their own yak to survive.
Does that mean when I'm older, I can't throw down any brewskis?
Of course not. Tibetan Buddhists drink brewskis all the time because it helps aid them on their way to nirvana. Just as long as you don't harm others and drink in moderation, kiddos.
Thank golly, I sure do love a crisp brewski.
My religion doesn't let me be a priest. Does Buddhism?
Sure does. There's a place for any gender in any part of the hierarchy of the Buddhist religion. This is Buddha, founder of the religion.
What is he the god of anyway? Food?
No, silly, he's just the founder, and he was actually quite thin.
Can someone say an accurate representation of the religion?
That's right. It's actually a great representation of good look.
Gee whiz, sir. Where can I practice Buddhist meditation?
Right here. Or here. Or here. That's the great part about Buddhism, is you can practice it anywhere.
Wow, that sounds great. How do I meditate?
I'll show you. Hello, and welcome to this guided meditation. I am Sherpa Larkin, and I will be guiding you through this journey. Close your eyes, free all your worries, and focus on your joy. Repeat after me with deep breaths. 1. 1. take 2 minutes of your time. Just be with yourself.